Hello everyone. I'm Dr. Shiv Kumar, Head of the Department, Civil Engineering, GEMS Engineering Management, Technical Campus, Greater Noida. Today I bring a fresh topic, stone masonry for you. We'll talk about on stone masonry, types of stone masonry and their images, how the stone masonry looks. So everyone knows and may have seen the stone masonry because it's one of the oldest material, one of the oldest technique for the construction. The stone is derived from the mining or the quarrying. Based on the origin, the stone may be of three types. The first one is the metamorphic, second sedimentary, and third one is the igneous rocks. There are three types of rocks, and all the stones are derived from three types of rocks. In generally, what we do, we use the metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks in the construction majorly. So the stone masonry is a type of building masonry construction that uses stones and mortar. This construction technique is used for building foundations, floors, retaining walls, arches, walls, and columns. So these natural rocks are cut and dressed into the proper shape in order to use it in the masonry construction. The stones are one of the most durable and strong building material, as all these things are mentioned in the PPT. Now talk about the types of material used in the stone masonry. So there are two types of material which we use. The first one is the stone. Generally we use limestone, sandstone, granite, marble, and laterite for the stone masonry. Sometimes we use the river pebbles. The river pebbles are those which are rounded in shape and used for the aesthetic purpose only, not for the strength point of view. The stone used for the masonry construction, they must be hard, tough, and free from cracks, holes, cavities, and other types of defects. Next is the mortar. The mortar is a binding material which is made by mixing of sand and cement with each other along with the water. The mix formed is uniform in nature. The two main factors affecting the selection of mortar for masonry are, the first one is the strength required. So based on the strength required, we alter or we vary the proportions of the mixtures like cement, sand, and water. Next is the color of stones. So based on that, suppose we are using a white types of stone and we need the colored mortar, then we should use or we can use some pigments that can change the color of mortar and use in that construction. The loads coming on the structure. So based on all these three factors, the mortar's mixtures can be decided. Now come to the classification of stone masonry. There are two main classification of stone masonry, which are, the first one is the rubble masonry and second one is the ashlar masonry. The rubble masonry includes the type where stone employed are either undressed or roughly dressed. These masonry construction do not have a uniform thickness. The strength of rubble masonry is depend upon the quality of mortar used and the proper filling of mortar between the stones, spaces, and joints. The rubble masonry can be further classified into the following five types of masonry. The first one is the coarse rubble masonry. Second one, uncoarse rubble masonry. Third is dry rubble masonry. Fourth, polygonal masonry. And last one, flint masonry. The coarse rubble masonry, in this the stone in a particular course are in equal height. Course means the horizontal layer of single layer of the stones, which is arranged in a horizontally in a same size and shape in a wall. The stone hence used possess different sizes in this type. All the courts do not have same height. This type is commonly employed in the construction of public buildings, abutments, residential buildings, and piers of the ordinary bridges. Here we can see the coarse rubble masonry in that figure, which is provided at the right of the PPT. So here we can see in the third figure, the course, one course is there in which multiple stones have been used in single row. And then here three courses have been shown in that. The next is the uncoursed rubble masonry. The uncoursed rubble masonry is the cheapest and roughest form of the stone masonry construction. The stones are directly taken from the quarry, called as undressed stone blocks. The course is not maintained regularly in this method of construction. Initially, larger stones are laid first, and then spaces between them are filled with spawns, means small size of stones. These are divided into two types. The first one is the random uncoursed rubble masonry and square uncoursed rubble masonry. So here we are the random uncoursed rubble masonry. In this type, it is shown in that images. There is the three images. So in the colored one, you can see easily that the weak corners and edges of the stones are removed with the help of mason hammers. At the coins and gems, bigger stones are employed. Here you can see that at the corner. So bigger joints are provided, and in the middle figure you can also see that the bigger stones are provided at the corners, which is known as the coins or gems, just to increase the strength. The next is the square uncoursed rubble masonry. Here the stones are made roughly square shape and used in construction. The facing stones are provided a hammer dressed finish. Larger stones are used as coins. Chips are not used as a bedding. So here we can see that this section, here is the plan. You can see each and everything. The next is the polygonal rubble masonry. Here the stone for masonry are roughly shaped into irregular polygons. The stones are then arranged in such a way that it avoids vertical joints in the face work. Break the joints as possible. Use of stone chips to support the stones. So we can see that the coins are provided with the bigger stone, and in middle the polygonal stones have been provided in which there is no vertical joint. So you can see the first, the joints are there, so no vertical joints is there. The next is the flint rubble masonry. In areas where flint is available in plenty, the flint rubble masonry is employed. These are the irregularly shaped nodules. Here you can see in that figure, they are small slab-like stones. The thickness of the flint stone varies 8 to 15 centimeter, and their length varies 15 to 30 centimeter. They are extremely hard but brittle in nature. Next is dry rubble masonry. These are rubble masonry construction performed without the use of mortar. So small pieces are filled with a smaller stone, small spaces, and it is used in pitching the earthen dams and canal slope. So here you can see that no mortar is provided for the jointing. Only the stones are placed one another after. The next is the ashlar masonry. The ashlar masonry is constructed using accurately dressed stones that possess the uniform shape and fine joints. The thickness of the joints ranges about 3 mm, which is arranged in a various pattern. The size of stone blocks must be in proportions with the thickness of the wall. The various types of ashlar masonries are ashlar fine masonry, ashlar block in course, ashlar chamfered masonry, ashlar rough tooled masonry, and rock or quarry faced masonry. The first one is the ashlar fine masonry. In ashlar fine masonry construction, each stone is cut into uniform size, shape, and almost rectangular in shape. It is having the shape like a brick. The shape hence provides perfect horizontal and vertical joints with the adjacent stone. And ashlar fine masonry construction is very costly because we have to spend more and more money just to provide, just to maintain the shape and size of the stones. Ashlar rough masonry. This is a type in which stone whose sides are finely chiseled and dressed manually. The face of the stone is made rough by means of tools. Around the perimeter of rough dress face of each stone, a strip of 25 mm width is provided. Here we can see that ashlar fine, the perfectly fine like brick masonry is there. And this is the ashlar rough. So on the face of the wall, you can find that you can see the roughness of the stone. The next is the rock and quarry faced. This masonry type has 25 mm wide strip made by chisel placed around the perimeter of every stone. The remaining portion of the face is left in the same form as it is received. So ashlar block in coarse masonry, this type is a combination of ashlar masonry and rubble masonry. The faces work of the masonry stone is either rough tooled or hammer dressed stone. The backing of the wall may be done in rubble masonry. So here we see that the combination, like the first one is the ashlar rock or quarry faced, and the second the ashlar block in course. This is the almost last type of ashlar masonry, the ashlar chamfered masonry. A strip is provided as shown in the figure below, but the sides are chamfered or beveled at an angle of 45 degrees by means of a chisel at a depth of 25 mm. So here you can see that this is the stone which has been laid. This difference between the stone is 25 mm and the upper edge is slightly tooled at an angle of 45 degree. Here all sides, this is called the beveled angle. So this is all about of the lecture. We will meet again with the new topic, brick masonry and brick bonds. Till then, thanks to all of you. Goodbye.